Hey, my name is Heather Panter, and I'm a Summit Training Center alumni. Before going to Summit Training Center, I was a Christian. I loved God. I went to church every Sunday and Wednesday, and I was very much involved with my church. I knew that God had a very special calling over my life, but I was engulfed in fear. The fear of failing, the fear of even being successful. I was afraid that I wasn't enough for God, that I wasn't going to be enough for what He had called me to do. And that transpired into me being afraid of life in general. Fear paralyzed me, and whenever I say paralyzed me, I mean it paralyzed me. I got to the point where I didn't even want to get out of bed. I didn't want to leave the house or even go to the grocery store. And I almost quit something that I love, which is photography. Almost quit because of fear. I knew that Summit Training Center was something I was needing to do because I just knew that God had a calling on my life, but I didn't know how to go about it and I didn't know how to do it. September of 2017 finally came, and I finally got to go to my very first day of Summit Training Center. That first day was amazing, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. All the leaders gathered around me and prophesied over me and prayed over me and spoke truth about me. And this was huge because for the last 6 months, I was believing lies that I wasn't good enough, and the anxiety over my body was just more extreme than ever. And I had been living in a state of depression, worse than ever before. So when I heard this truth telling over my life and what God actually thought of me, everything changed. It was the very first time in a very long time that I actually felt God's presence. And not only His presence, but His power consume me. In that very first hour at Summit Training Center, fear didn't consume me. Depression didn't consume me. God's presence consumed me. From that very moment, I knew that I was right where I was supposed to be. Now that I know God's voice, fear doesn't have a voice. I have joy and happiness, and I actually know who I am because now I don't believe the lies that Satan would just repeat over and over in my head. Now I have the voice of God and the truth about me and who I am in Him and who He is. I would walk out of Summit each and every day thinking that I was Wonder Woman or something. I felt completely strong. Each and every day I was stronger than the day before. Not only did I overcome fear, but at the very end of Summit, right after I graduated, we hopped on a plane and we went to Haiti. Me, the person who didn't want to leave my home just that past year, got on a plane and went to a third world country. Not only that, I got to see God do some amazing things. I got to see Him heal children and feed children and just miracle after miracle after miracle. And that wouldn't have happened. None of that would have happened if I wouldn't have made that step forward. Also, another cool thing is that 3 years later, 3 years after I graduated Summit, I get to be one of the teachers that actually gets to pour into the future students' lives. I am going to teach them about stepping out into their destiny and the different gifts that God has put into their lives, specifically and uniquely designed for them. If you're thinking even just a little bit about maybe joining Summit or applying for Summit or maybe even just visiting, the answer is yes, do it. Honestly, I hope and I pray that I see you in class.
Wow, what a testimony. Thank you, Heather. Hello, my name is Rodney Thrift. My wife and I, along with an amazing team, pastor Destination Church in Blackshear, Georgia, and we are also on the Family Discipleship Lead Team. And I just want to take a moment and kind of share my heart about the impact that STC has had on our church and actually a need that Summit Training Center has right now. So we have had a student in every graduating class of Summit Training Center, and it has made a lasting impact on students' lives, but it's also made an impact on our church and everywhere that those students currently serve. And so what I wanted to ask about today, though, was because of COVID-19 and the impact that it actually has had on our economy, Summit Training Center has had a rough year financially. And so I was reaching out, we, the FDM lead team, we're reaching out to see if you would pray about supporting Summit Training Center with a weekly, with a monthly, or maybe a yearly monetary gift to help offset the cost for the schools, so we can continue to pay the staff and continue to impact students and impact the world as well. And so just wanted to ask and see if you would pray, and I want to thank you in advance for praying and considering giving to this absolutely wonderful ministry that is truly, I believe, impacting the world. And so may God bless you as you seek His face, and we hope to see you soon.